We are absolutely live. Welcome back to Qualified Dropouts, episode 13. Low-key after hours edition.
Yeah, we might be swapping to this because we're messing with like lighting and stuff. The last one, the lighting was
kind of dog shit.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. We can fix it by putting the blinds down if we do it during the day. But we think night would be pretty cool. So we're going to mess around. Let us know which one you guys like better, night or day. But we'll be messing around with both of them. But we are here with Mr. Tino.
Yeah.
Oh.
Austin Laver. He owns a coaching business, six-figure coaching business. And we brought him on because he has a pretty cool story and kind of like what he does and his come up, and then also what he stands for in his business. It's called Transcend Fitness. So
yeah. And this is a Diet Dr. Pepper. Just to let you guys know. Because I get DMs saying like, is that a regular Coke? No, fuckers. It's 0 calorie, okay? I get too many DMs about that. It's ridiculous.
I had a 48 ounce and I already drank it all. I'm going to have to pee so bad after this.
And Tino has like vodka in them.
Yeah, going straight to the source.
We dragged him in here and he's like, fine, we got my tequila. Yeah. But yeah, so Tino, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little introduction, and then we'll kind of dive into it.
Sweet. Well, Tino's the nickname everyone calls me. Like you said, my name is Austin, but Tino's what I go by. Started social media coaching about 2 years ago. I actually built my entire brand solely off of confidence in being a short king. I was, well, obviously.
Yeah, how tall are you?
5'6". So I was short my entire life. I was even shorter growing up because you don't just come out the womb 5'6". But yeah, I was like 4'10" throughout high school. Until
Wait,
maybe,
really?
Wait,
whoa. You never told us that.
Hold on. Not the whole way through high school. Going into my freshman year, I was probably like just breaking 5. And I was like 100 pounds. I'll have to check the stats, but I was short and skinny. Pooling wasn't really the biggest issue. I still got game.
Oh yeah.
But no.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, besides the point. But no, I noticed it was one thing the senior year I started working out to gain confidence because I didn't have that much. And I started just posting my journey like everyone else wants to do, but I know a lot of people are scared to actually do it. I was like, you know what? I don't care. People were making fun of me. Plenty of people made fun of me throughout high school.
People are shooting people out there.
Yeah, gosh, don't live in Houston, guys. But
bullet comes through.
Well, I mean, they got a straight
we just
shot.
moved into our new apartment. Just bullets.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so I just didn't let the hate get to me. I kept posting, and then coming into freshman year of college, sophomore year of college, I started to get traction, hit about like 15K on Instagram, and then was like, oh, shoot. I get a lot of DMs, people that I inspire them, show them that being short isn't that bad, and I want to do something with training, coaching. Met these two knuckleheads. Long story short,
the best decision of your life.
Pretty much made. I was gonna move 6 months down here. In 2 weeks, I moved down here. Thanks to this one.
Yeah, we'll definitely dive into that as to how I motivated you to move down here sooner.
No,
but
definitely.
No, I think it's really cool that you inspire people who feel like they.
Tino's. I don't think Tino said that. Tino's also a dropout, guys. He didn't complete college. Yeah. We are all dropouts.
You're going back to finish
Maybe.
though. Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Maybe.
Yeah. Well, you have a good
Anyway, he's
deal,
very
if you would.
successful even without college, and I think it's really cool.
If you, like the reason why you do want to go back, if you are, is for a very valid reason.
Yeah, it's
an
to
opportunity
expand
that, and you're gonna utilize it. You are
exactly.
to expand and make money off it. Like that's a reasonable excuse for sure.
Because it goes into taking people's money to invest it, right?
Yeah.
Just taking their money. That's it.
Well, yeah, but also like you kind of need to like almost be certified for that in a way, right? Like you're not gonna find some knucklehead on Instagram and be like, yeah, I want you to take my money and invest it. They would rather go to someone.
It's more just like your social proof in a sense. Like people don't want to give someone their money to invest if they don't have a degree. Like they could care if you worked with 100 other clients, but most people that have that kind of money, they're old school. They want you to have the paper.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll trust
you.
Yeah. So it'd be more to expand that and cover more than just the two biggest parts of my life are obviously coaching, like training, and then investments. And more investments on the stock side. I'm getting into real estate as well, but I want to put that all together. So that's why if I do it, it's going to be in the spring semester of next year. I want to kind of see how I continue growing. When the time lines up that it's like, okay, I think I'm going to be ready here shortly.
You know what's crazy? As we started this journey and just like social media and everything, I've just realized every job opportunity or anything, it's just social proof. Find your social proof. It doesn't matter if it's a degree. Doesn't matter if you've coached people, you've seen transformations. Doesn't matter if you learned through somebody else, but you have some type of proof that shows that you're like an expert in that field, and people will pay you. Like, I've just realized that degrees don't just guarantee you jobs.
Yeah.
That's not it. It's just a social proof because you went and studied a certain subject and became an expert in that field. So like, oh, we're going to pick this candidate because he's, kind of studied this field. But that's it. It's all just social proof. It doesn't matter what it is. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
People still go to college for stupid stuff.
Yeah, pay the money for a degree that they don't use. That's actually why I stopped for now. It's just like, I'm doing what I love, and the only reason I'd pay to go back is if I know, like, okay, I'm going to use this. I don't want to spend an extra, I think on the cheapest side of college, I don't know what community is, but probably like still minimum $40K for all 4 years.
If I would have finished all of mine, it would have been like 24.
Okay.
24,000.
Yeah,
That's not that bad.
That's not bad.
I had some scholarships.
Yeah.
I had like one, but also my mom's a teacher, and that's like a big thing for college.
Really?
Yeah.
They give you
they gave me a fucking huge knockdown.
Yeah.
But also it was because my mom's been teaching for fucking years.
If they were,
She needs to stop. Like, it gets worse and worse every year. The government does not pay teachers nearly enough.
No, the school system's screwed.
and they work all the time.
Oh my gosh, it's horrible.
Yeah, they don't have the money. They have to pull it sometimes out of their own pocket to buy kids shit.
Exactly.
They don't have funding.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's actually really, really bad.
Really, really terrible.
But we pay a lot on taxes.
Yeah.
Stupid. Where's that go? Over to you? No offense, but over to Ukraine. What was it? 3 billion? No, it was 3 trillion. I think it was 3 trillion.
It was
3
big.
trillion went over to a country we have no idea where of our tax dollars.
Thanks, Elon Musk.
It's just crazy. Why don't we take care of the homeless people and everybody that's suffering inside of our own country due to COVID?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to get political on this place, but it's like that. I don't understand the logic. I really don't understand because they're not even a part of NATO. That's the thing, too.
I think everyone
NATO.
who watches this podcast, dude, I'm gonna be honest, probably pretty fucking conservative.
Yeah,
but honestly,
but it's like they're not even a part of NATO. So it's like I get if they're a part of NATO and like you obviously have an alliance with them, but we don't. And it's like, why do we care about a country that we don't have? We will gain nothing from in the future. Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But let's go back to Tino. Confidence. I know, you kind of started your business doing everything, and you inspire other people because I think it's pretty cool that,
I just had to scooch the chair.
Man, humping the desk.
we had to put his chair up on a couple bricks.
I have a booster seat.
Yeah. But Tino kind of broke, into the internet with his whole style was how short he was and how he showed people that you don't need to be, a genetic specimen. I mean, no offense. I think you have amazing genes, but
Thanks,
you don't need to be some type of genetic freak that has insane genetics with muscle development or tall or athletic or whatever. I know you were a pretty good baseball player, but it's not like you have to be the best of the best to start, and you've inspired a bunch of people. And take us through that whole process of what was your mindset before you got started, and what made you start posting and just doing it?
That's a really good question, actually. So I think whatever people kind of struggle with, your dog is a little different, dude. Wow. Well, everyone struggled with a certain thing, and for me it was confidence and about the height. People always made jokes about it throughout high school, and it was they were my friends, but some of them were actually just tossers, say the least. And yeah, they just thought it was funny. And so I actually started all of my social media short king content off of roasting myself and making fun of myself for my height. That's all it was. It was I would tell people, some of the skits we'd run, I was dude, make fun of me. It's funny. I want to show people I enjoy it. The things that you can control, and that's always been my biggest thing. What you can't control, there's no point in focusing on that. You're throwing energy at nothing. It's like an ex-relationship that just went south. Why are you still worried about her? Move on, focus on you. You can seriously accomplish anything you want. But what I'm getting into is my mindset before was terrible. I was a college golfer as well, and if anyone knows anything about golf, it is a very mental game. Like mindset is, I mean, if you lose it, you're losing it on the course because of your head.
Dude, that's one sport.
Yeah,
I played a lot of sports. That was the one sport I sucked at, and I got so pissed off at.
It is.
No, I think golf's the hardest sport.
100%.
I haven't played every sport in the world. However, I think golf is still like number one in my opinion.
Yep.
It is so like not only is it hard to hit it flush every time, but it's still the biggest
Just
mental
one
game ever.
stroke can ruin your whole round.
Yeah.
That's it. Dude, I've played roller hockey. I've rode horses. I've played everything.
You were a horse kid?
Dude, I used to take care of like 22 horses over summer.
What?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, I grew up in a barn.
Dude, that's fucking awesome.
No, it's not. I hate it. But no, it's like I've done everything. When I play golf, dude, that is the one sport I get so pissed at because like I would practice for months and get worse. I'd stop playing for months. I'd go back out. I had the best round of my life. I've never shot like under a 90. Then I'll go shoot under a 90, and I'm like, okay. Then I go practice for months. I shoot 103. I'm like, I don't care what.
Honestly, the game gets worse the better you get.
Yeah.
Because then you hold yourself to so high expectations.
Yeah.
And that's where I lost. Like, I could have been a lot better of a player than I was, but my mindset, like, I would always got to me. And that's one thing. That was one of my goals going into this year and starting my business was to work on my mindset. And I think the only reason it's developed is because of, I mean, you guys know it. Running your own business, I mean, everything's on you. If you fail, it's simply because of you. Like, you give up, you're not doing the work. So kind of training myself throughout that. And while we talked about golf, I also got made fun of a lot for that because it wasn't a sport. So between that and being short, all the time, people throwing it my way. And honestly, it toughened me up pretty early as a kid. I knew who my close circle was throughout high school. And then, like, you know, everyone calls everyone friends. Like, oh, we're friends. But in reality, you know, like, you're not actually friends with them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was just my mindset before was terrible. You can ask anyone that knew me from golfing. That was my one flaw. Like, I had the game. I just didn't have the mental side of things. And it got better over time. But I guarantee you if I stepped on the course right now, when I'm healed, I will be stepping back on. I guarantee you I will tear that course up because of my mindset now. Like, I just the approach I have on it month by month. It doesn't matter if I'm 3 weeks into the month and everything's tanking. I got, 7 days left? I'll find something. I'll get it done. And that's just how I've switched things. It's been just like that.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to say. I knew you had something to say.
No, I think that's really cool. And so you started posting, and as you started posting, like, did people still make fun of you?
Actually not as much. I think in the early stages before I had, and I don't, it doesn't matter. Like, it's cool having a following, but at first when you're trying to build the following, people make fun of you. They're like, this guy's not doing anything. Until you get over that like 10K mark and they're like, okay, it's less.
Yeah, they see you hit the K,
It's-
and then they're
it's
just
the
like,
K.
dude, you're so, like,
Yeah.
you've built so much.
Yeah.
And people realize it then, but in the process, they're going to hate on you. They're not your friends. The people who make fun of you, go start doing what you want to do, and whoever makes fun of you, they're not your friends. That's it.
what I'm saying, dude.
So just look for who supports you. That's all you gotta. You'll see very limited. And if anyone's supporting you and making fun of you, they want you to win, because the reason they're making fun of you is to make you better. Like, if they truly, but this is true support, not like, hey, I support you, bro. It's like, if you know deep down they support you, then they're just pushing you to get.
It's not like you finally like achieve, like you buy a new car or you like achieve like a big goal, and then your ex or somebody I was so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
You deserve
also,
the best.
I miss you.
Yeah, you deserve the best.
Shut up, bitch.
You cheated on me 8 times
with 8 different dudes.
Like, no, they're not your supporters. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But so you didn't get a lot of, like, some people did, but not really.
Yeah, and it was honestly more in person. Like, I was doing it while I was at college, and like my college wasn't anything crazy big. It was like a somewhat smaller D2 school, and everyone knew all the athletes. Like, that's just if you played a sport, they knew you. So everyone made fun of me for doing TikTok, was, oh, Tino does TikTok. And, you know, I laugh at them now because all they do is drink. It was always the drinkers that were saying.
Dude.
It's always. And
it's always the fat losers who are broke and go out on the weekends who are like, you don't know anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, you're fucking poor. Going to a bar, hanging out with the same 3 losers.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy. It's like, bro, look at your life.
And no shots to my golf guys. Golf guys, I still love you guys. But the people that weren't golfers saying shit, you guys are losers. Sorry.
I mean, but that's just life. Like, you're just going to have to accept a lot of the people that you grew up with. Like, if you really, truly want to level up and become more confident or become a different person, you're going to lose them. That's just the facts. Like, you may be able to be acquaintances when you go back to your hometown. You say, hey, what's up? Like, you know, be happy. Like, talk to them. It's like, you know, be polite. We're human beings. We're not freaking animals. But, like, you're just going to lose them completely as friends. You're never going to be on their same level again. Yeah, that's it. You'll never understand their mindset. You'll never understand why they do certain things. You almost, like,
out-mature them in a way.
Yeah, because, like,
you're doing
if
something.
you
because
leave,
it's very
go pursue your dream, go back in 3 months, go out to your local bar, and just look at who the same people are there, and they're going to be doing the exact same thing, and they'll be the exact same, like, similar mindset to when you left. Nothing has changed, right?
Yeah.
But then you're going to come back and be totally different.
Yeah.
Like, that's just what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And obviously it's based off who you
like
yourself by.
I really want you guys to try this too. And the thing is when you guys go back and talk to these people, they're not going to say anything about their life because they're ashamed of it. They haven't accomplished anything.
Yeah. They're going to question you.
They're going to question you about what you're doing, how long it's going to last. And then this is what they bring up. They always bring about the past and what they accomplished for them in the past. They never talk about what they're going to do because that's just who they are. They don't have anything that they want to do.
Yep.
I think it just comes down, like, in the end, jealousy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what I've noticed, and I've stuck by this since I started social media and, like, just, like, doing everything. Mm-hmm. If you're not getting hate, you're not doing something right. Like, if you're getting hate, you know you're in the right direction because you're not doing what the normal fucking 9 to 5. And again, if you love your 9 to 5, great. But I'm talking about just the normal matrix where you have to go to school, you have to get a job, you have to stay in your same small town. I had one person, and she knows who she is from back home. When I went back, I think this was like a couple months ago, and she was like, I'm very happy that you, like, how is it moving out, all this stuff we chatted about. And she was like, I really want to move out. And I was like, you need to do it. Like, because when you're in a small town, you guys both know how it is. Everyone is like, they knows your business. They want to know. Like, they're up your butt. Like,
everybody
literally,
has dated
they
and
need
fucked
to know.
Everybody.
Yeah, that dude or that girl you're getting with, your homeboy already smashed that. I promise you, especially in college. Girls don't remember half that shit. They're blacked out. Trust me. Yo, Chad, bro. No, like, okay, you had your fun. But besides the point, it's if you really want and have goals, you have to stop caring what people think. Like, at the end of the day, if you care what they think, you're never going to make it.
You should only care about the people who are living your dreams.
Yeah.
Their opinions is what really matters. That's because they're living your dreams, right? Mm-hmm. Like, never I've been telling a lot of just going on live on TikTok and everything. I'll just be talking I'm like, if you ever ask somebody their opinion and they're not living your dreams, don't ever listen to them.
Yeah.
That's it. Because they're never going to give you the right answer. Yeah. They're never going to.
Never, ever.
Ever.
And that's why I always tell everyone, guys, you can't ask your parents about their opinion about how you want to live.
Your parents want the best for you.
They
want to make sure you're safe.
Exactly.
So what are they going to do? They're going to give you the most safest option.
Yeah.
That's it.
And you know, well, I don't know if I would say the same thing as a father one day,
but different. But you're living But what if your kid was like, hey, I want to go to college, and you're going to be like, no, F that, right? Because your mindset on it's different because you never really completed it, right? Yeah, well, so you're not going to give support on that. Well, yeah. And so what he's like, well, what if I really want to be a doctor? Like, I really want to be a doctor. And you're like,
go for it.
Okay, I guess. But your opinion wouldn't really matter too much because you didn't live his dream.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, even in that instance, like you only ask the people who are living your dreams, do you think I should do it, and what were the steps to get there? That's it.
That's actually so true because
that's why we always say invest in a mentor.
Yeah, no, and I think what Ian said is spot on. Like, my dad was my best friend, like my coach, everything. He wasn't fully with me moving down here right away. Like, always
Yeah.
a degree. Like, he's done really well for himself, so I get it. But it wasn't until like 3-4 months down here when I first went back home, he was like, I can actually like stop worrying about you and worry about like my retirement. Because he was like, I didn't know if you were going to do it, but you're actually doing it. So like, I doubted you. And like that got me like a little emotional too. I was like my dad, who's very successful, was telling me this.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I had to, one, I wanted to, like, not in a bad way, but I wanted to prove to him that I could do it. But it was like, I had to ignore his opinion at that time or I wouldn't be down here doing this.
Yeah.
Like, if I would have been like, okay, it's my dad, I got to listen.
But you surround yourself by people who were doing it. So how are you going to fail?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
that's it. Mm-hmm. You're going to fail if you're surrounded by people who aren't doing it, because then once one road bump comes up or you have a bad month or whatever, you're like, yeah, you guys are right. I'm just going to give up. No.
Yeah.
It's funny because me and you were talking about that the other day. We were like, yeah, I mean, if we wake up at like 11 a.m., like, we're probably going to threaten you.
I was like, yeah, because we're like, if one of us started waking up at like 12 and just like giving up,
yeah,
that's just not going to happen. Because it's like, then at 7 a.m., you bet your ass, Ash. Like, I'd be in there with the pots and pans, and I'd hit you.
Because when you surround yourself by like people that are trying to succeed in life, your energy gives off each other, and when one person isn't giving that energy, it's like it kills you as well.
100%.
I think you're a great example of that.
What?
Like, what was it, 3 months ago when you were like really down and we just kept pushing you?
Yeah.
And you were like, dude, I'm just like mindset was
yeah,
bad.
it was that
like,
one
dude,
really, really bad month. And I was like, because you were out of town too. I was calling you like every single day. You were really sick as well.
No,
he was here.
Well, you had
in Alabama.
You had another bad month when you were sick the whole time. This was like when you were trying to do prep.
Oh, I know when you. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, no, because I got sick. I got the flu. It's when I was in bed for a week or a week and a half, and that's like, and I started off as a bad month. I knew I'd never give up. Yeah. It was just a hard month, right? But I think if I wasn't surrounded by like you guys and stuff and other people obviously, doing it, it'd been harder for me to keep going because I think I would have felt lost.
Yeah.
It was when your brother was here.
We
went to the movie, yeah.
Yeah, that was
That was when you were
the first time your brother came?
No, the most recent.
He only came one time.
Like 2 or 3 months ago?
Yeah.
It was 3 months ago because last 2 months.
Because I got sick after that or something like that. Because he came and then I got sick after. And I was like super busy with a bunch of stuff or whatever. And like, so like going into this, I knew I'd never give up or like quit. Like I never quit completely because I never want to go back home and I never want to like say I gave up.
Dude,
like,
that's
like my biggest fear.
That's the biggest drive.
But I do say that like if I wasn't a part of like a mentorship group or a community of people who were doing it, I think I would have felt lost of like how to get back on track because it's like, how would I do it? And it's like, I wouldn't know because no one's telling me that, like I just had a bad month, but how would I have the knowledge to get over these bad months? And that's like, I see other people just repeating the same routine. It's as simple as that. And I was like, yeah, I just need to get back on it. And that's it. So I wasn't worried I was going to like fail in the aspect of like quit. I just knew it was just I just had to get back on track.
Those are probably your like best months though, like mentally. How stronger did you feel after that? Like when you learned everything that you did in that down month and then the next month you bounce back that quick.
Oh
like,
yeah, dude. I really don't. I think my next bad month, because the bad months are gonna happen, is gonna be like, and still a great month. Yeah. Like my old self was gonna see that so for me when I started, I saw a huge influx. Like I blew up with online coaching really quickly.
I think we all did, really. Did you, Tino? Did you start? Because like me and Ian, I don't know about you, Ian, but me, I'm like, I'm gonna make like $20K a month and instantly. This is fucking
for real.
Easy.
No, I made my first month. I made $5K of actually pushing coaching.
Yeah,
like $5K instantly. Next month I made $7.
Yeah,
and I was
I think both of us.
Like, and we were like, let's move down to Houston.
Yeah.
And then, okay, we're going to work harder and do this. And then I made like same amount. I was like, dude, I could do this.
Yeah.
This is kind of insane. And like, I'm going to make $20K in the next 3 months.
Yeah.
Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
But
there's so many walls we didn't see, but it was so good.
And like, it's funny looking back at it now and kind of like realizing what we were doing wrong.
Yeah.
Like, but then also like lessons. Like I just view it as a lesson. And then, because it's crazy. I went from like my best months to down to like a very, very bad month. And I'm like, I may not be able to afford. I mean, I could afford my bills because of the previous months, but I couldn't afford it if I just had that month. Like that, I was screwed. But it's like, what?
That was the month you were talking about. Oh, I might have to DoorDash.
You know what's funny?
No,
Here, I have a story. I
think you did.
I did one order.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because I was like bored one night, and I wasn't bored. I was just like, you know what? I'm done with work. I just want to do that. Like, just do one, right? And I just want to see how I was gonna feel. Dude, I did that one DoorDash order. I was like, fuck this. I made I think it was like $5.
Wow.
Yeah.
$5, and it took me 20 minutes.
I
And I was like, this is disgusting. And I
Yeah.
literally like went back home, and I was like, yeah, that. Yep, that is not my plan B.
I remember that because
You even today said you're like, I might need a DoorDash, and I'm like, you're not fucking doing that, bro. Or it was yesterday, and I'm like, you're not doing that.
I mean, I think it was ultimately a joke.
Yeah, but yeah.
But yeah, no, because I remember you didn't tell me you were gonna go DoorDash. I was on the couch. You came back in with your keys. You looked like fucking so sad, and I was like, "Where have you been?" And you were like, "I just DoorDash," and then you walked right into your room and just shut the door.
Really?
You remember that?
I remember doing that, but I don't remember how I looked.
I think this is when I'll tell you after the Potter, but
okay.
Yeah, I was just chilling, and you came in, and you had your keys like dangling, and I was like, "What's going on?" And you're like, "I just DoorDash," and you just went like you were so sad, you just closed your door.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how I acted, but I know I was not going to do that. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is not going to happen. Well,
Yeah.
we learn from it, right? It's
Yeah.
kind of crazy. It's crazy. My one time I didn't work, I freaking DoorDash like crazy.
Yeah.
But we should probably, like Tino though. So, Tino.
Yes.
Let's talk about, because like you had to make some giant leaps and like move down here. What was like, why did you want to move down to Houston? Like, did you already have your online coaching going? You already had a couple clients?
Yeah, it was more like I truly say part-time because I was doing it while playing a sport and in college. So it was more like I was doing it, and it was funny. This is like how bad I knew I wanted it. All of our tournaments were like minimum 4 or 5 hours away. So we'd get on a big coach bus. We'd ride down. I would take my client check-in calls on that bus with everyone there. And like they were all asking me questions. I was like, don't worry about it. And it was just like I was doing it as much as I could, while still focusing on like my golf game, because my score definitely would count. And I was like, well, I got to keep my position on this team. So yeah, it was more like part-time. I think December we were done golf, and that was my first time hitting 5K, and I was like, okay, I'm moving. I'm doing this.
Yeah.
And yeah, we
December of 2021?
when we talked, yeah.
Because you moved January this year?
I moved January 17th. I was down here.
Yeah, because you would Snapchat me a lot too. You would send me snaps. You're like,
Yeah.
dude, what do you think about college? And I'm like, you shouldn't get advice from me because I'm going to tell you to drop out.
Dude, every time anybody would like come over and they would talk about like college, or they'd be around us and they're saying they're college, I'm like, I would look at them like, don't ask Asher for advice. I don't care if you have a class left. Asher will tell you to drop out right now.
Well, dude, it's just so depressing. You're like, I don't want to be in college. I want to do that.
You don't have to be.
What do you want me to say? I'm
You have an
sorry.
you-
I'm not sorry for you. Just fucking drop out. You're going to save money.
Asher had a semester left.
Yeah.
Of a 4-year degree. And
Like-
people are like, well, I have 2, or I have a year left. I can just finish. It's like, okay, like you have the option. Do you want to spend more money and go more in debt, or take that money you would spend and invest in a business that you want to do and pursue your dreams?
I don't think I ever talked about like who I got inspired from to drop out of college.
I don't think, yeah.
I got inspired by Russ. Or he had 6 credits left, and he dropped out, never went back. And I remember because he talked about it in one of his videos my sophomore year. That's when he
Yeah.
talked about it. And I was like, damn, I have 2 years.
You know why people don't make that decision, or why they don't drop out?
Because they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Confidence.
Yeah. That's
100%.
it. Yeah.
They don't think that they can achieve what other people have achieved.
Mm-hmm.
Until you think you can, that's like when you're like, yeah, I'm gonna drop out. Why would I spend more money on this stupid shit?
Yeah.
Like I went back to college after like a year off. did my classes. I got accepted, like about to go to nursing school, and I was like, this is just stupid. I hate
It's funny though, because I was like, I wasn't confident in myself to finish college. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah. So,
but it's crazy how like all like entrepreneurs kind of have like the same mindset of work. Like you would take check-in calls on the bus for college going down to golf games. I would take sales calls in the bathroom of my serving job.
me, I just quit my job.
And you just straight up quit with nothing?
I quit with 0 clients. Still had to finish out a prep.
Yeah.
Like, didn't know how to post content.
Yeah.
I just quit. I knew I had months to live, and I was like, yeah, I can go back.
How many months did you have until you were just bankrupt?
I planned out, it was like 3 or 4 months, and I was like, gonna be okay.
Damn, that's solid.
Yeah, no, I was like, but that's like, dude, I'm talking.
Yeah,
pension payments. And then I was going back to move with my parents.
Yeah.
You fart? That's disgusting.
Sorry, boys, Chinese food.
But then I was going back to move with my parents, so I think it extended to like 4 or 5 months. But I mean, I basically would have had no money. Is it bad? Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, Tino. Fucking steamer. Holy
We need to restart this.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
We're good now.
My eyes are watering.
Damn.
But yeah, so I only had like 3 months, 4 months. So it was like I only needed like $2,000, not even, to live that long, because I had no car payment.
Yeah.
Like car insurance was really cheap, gas, food, and then I was cutting out my rent because I was moving back home with my parents.
Yeah.
So I didn't have.
You know what's crazy about that is, like, say we were to all go bankrupt right now, I don't even think we would necessarily be that scared because of all the knowledge we've actually already gained.
No, because it's like
We've already know we can. And Alex said this once. He said, sell something for $1. Once you sell something for $1, you know you can sell it for $1, then sell the next thing for $2. And eventually just keep going up and up and up, because once you do it once, you know you can do it forever.
Yeah. No,
it's crazy.
Once you make your first dollar online, no matter what it is, or
Yeah.
you make your first dollar selling something, what is going to stop you from repeating that process? It's not like somebody's like, your leads are going to run dry. There are 350 million Americans.
Yeah.
And social media taps you into the whole world.
Yeah.
I've signed people over in the UK and Sweden and Norway and what?
Yeah.
You're telling me you can't sell a
Yeah.
$50 product
Yeah.
or a $20 product
Yeah.
to some random person in India? Like, you have I don't know, it's just crazy. I know we kind of got off topic, but with Tino. But no, yeah, you learn how to sell one product. You can sell anything you want and make as much money as you want. But
Where was your first sell, Tino?
yeah.
Was it in college in a dorm room?
No, it was actually, I went to the beach. My mom rented a beach house, and I went down with my ex, and I went outside at 10 p.m. at night, sat on the patio swing, closed the guy, and I was like, hung up the phone. I was like, kept looking at it. I was like, dude, I just made $250. I was like, holy shit.
My first program was $150 I sold.
Yeah.
I sold it and I was like,
Mine was
made
200.
150. And then I sold a 250. I remember when I sold my first 3 month for 650.
I remember that too,
I
bro.
sold it and I was like, I just sold
Yeah,
$650. Like, someone actually likes me that much?
Yeah.
Like, it was actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
And I actually couldn't believe it. And now it's totally different. I mean, I love what I'm doing now, but
You remember your first sale, Ian?
yeah, it was over Google Docs actually too. It's
You sold him over Google Docs?
Well, no, we chatted on the phone, and I said Venmo me or PayPal me the 150. He PayPal'd me.
Oh, you didn't go through.
Because it was before I set up
I did
Trainerize and
PayPal for the
everything.
first one, too.
It was I was
Really?
still setting up Trainerize and going through all all the information and everything.
Dude, during my sales calls, because I didn't have anything set up on Trainerize, I had 16 sales calls in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was at work. I got off work. I spam called Will. And I was like, Will, fucking help me set this up. I'm stressed out.
Yeah.
And he walked me through Trainerize in 15 minutes before all of my sales calls.
Yeah.
And man, that shit helped me so much.
Dude,
I didn't know the process of them signing up.
Bro,
because
when I
remember the
sold-
first yes, she was like, so how does this work? And I'm like, so click on this link and it's just gonna take you right through it. Because I haven't sold it, because I was like, I guess we'll just see if it goes through. Maybe I'll get an email.
Yeah.
And it said like successfully purchased, and I'm like, yep, so there we go. So now
You take progress?
yeah, I didn't know the process after that.
Dude, no, when I sold 20 people in 3 days.
Wow.
Literally made over $5,000 in 3 days. And I was like, I shat myself. I was like,
Yeah.
there's no way. Like, I learned a lot since then.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't the best.
Now we can't do that.
Well, it's not
Or
that we can't do that.
We can.
It's just like, it's just different now.
It's so different. I would love to sell 20 people in 3 days now. We're ready for it now.
Oh, we could easily handle the inflow, but I know back then we couldn't.
Yeah,
I
we
couldn't.
couldn't.
I just
Yeah.
was like, yeah, sure, come on. And that, and then I would spend, dude, I was eating out so much. Like, I had no time to cook. I would just go and pick up Chipotle and then go work out.
Dude, every
and,
time I
like,
called
get
you,
coffee.
every time I called you, I'm at Starbucks. I'm like, why are you at Starbucks?
I was just working. I
Yeah.
hated being home. So
Yeah.
I'd go work. I really love coffee shops, but I would do that. And then I would go get Chipotle. I'd work out and I'd go back, and I'd either be in my room on my desk or I'd be at Starbucks doing a bunch of programs. Like, it was insane. It was like grind mode. It was kind of cool.
Dude, it was cool back then,
Yeah.
bro. You're like grinding to get out of your hometown. That shit's fun.
That
Like,
honestly, it's funny we like say this, and this is exactly what we're gonna say about this moment now.
Yeah, I know.
And like moving here, and then our last place is being like, dude, that was so fun. We were like scraping by. We were like putting all these investments in these things, and like we were just hoping to see the return. Like it's like the you get the high from it. You're like, is this gonna work? Yeah, and I know we stress about it now. But like it is like this is the fun part. This is the fun part.
Yeah.
Because we look back when we're in our hometown and we're like, I'm gonna get a fucking Mustang. I'm gonna move out of this place. I'm gonna have a car that I like. I'm gonna live where I want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. And like that's what I was working towards. Now like I have that, and I'm like, okay, now I want to create more job opportunities. I want to hire an assistant coach. I want to impact more people's lives. I want to have my own coaching, like clothing brand.
I can probably stand.
But yeah, no, it's kind of funny you said that. But yeah, the grind, like getting out of your hometown.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like unreal.
Dude, when you're in
you
grind
just feel
mode,
like next level.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you're just like, because I remember everybody was working and I quit, and I'm like making money, and they're like all going off to work in college, and I'm just like what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm just working out, making content. I'm selling shit, like, and I'm making money. And I would just go to Starbucks. I did whatever the fuck I wanted.
Yeah,
it was like
so sick, bro. It was so sick. People were going to their jobs, and I'm like, I'm making content at my house in AC, chilling, making $1,000 a day.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like.
No, and I put a picture on my Instagram the other day, and I captioned it. I realized the real prize is continuing to play the game, because it's so true, bro. Like playing the game of
what's next.
Life, I guess, in a sense.
You never want to be satisfied.
Yeah.
You're gonna be so
that's the real prize. The prize isn't the fucking nice cars and fucking house and shit like that. It's the fulfillment and the development of everything.
Yeah. No, facts.
And the memories you make along the way, because bro, we've been here for 2 weeks. We've already made a shit ton of memories here.
This new place is awesome.
Yeah.
But all right, Tino, sorry, we got to go back to you moving here. I know we were talking about that. We get so distracted on this thing.
This is why it's usually just me and Ian.
Yeah, we'll just talk forever. But so what made you move out here again? Like what made you be like, okay, I need to move to Houston?
Yeah, it was the first summer shredding at Alpha Elite. Showed up, was like, damn, I like these people. Like it was just a vibe. I just knew it.
I remember the first time I came out for one of the retreat, came out here. Yeah, like when you meet everybody here, it was like, I felt like, did you have that feeling of like you being your true self? Like you didn't have to feel like you had to put on like an act or like.
Yeah. You're talking about in October, right, Tino? Mm-hmm. Dude, in October, that still may go down as like my favorite memory here so far.
Yeah, no, it was, and the cool thing I thought, or what I thought was pretty cool, was when I walked in and like everyone was there, I can't tell you the amount of people that came up and already knew me.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool because they would, yo, Tino. I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, I didn't know half their names. And I was like, maybe I do have, like, maybe I have something out here. And then I'm trying to think who the first one was that I talked to. Obviously, like, Chris and Will, but then I think I chatted with you guys a good bit. Because I knew at that point you had, like, 40-something clients. Like, it was, yeah. You,
I got to like 38.
Yeah, because I was talking to you
no
about
idea
that.
how to manage them, and I was charging no money. Like, it was so bad.
Yeah.
Sorry to any of those clients that were part of that.
Dude, don't you feel bad almost in a way? Because it's like we both got up to about the same mark of clients, and it's just like the fulfillment wasn't there, and it's like...
No, I have like now the onboarding process is so smooth. Shoot, one of my clients I just signed, he literally said my fulfillment and the way he talks to me and everything, he's like, you're better than V-Shred. He's like, I paid for V-Shred and that shit sucked. And he's like, the fact that you talk to me, audio message me, onboard me, have videos, like everything is just so in depth. He's like, I'm going to tell you care about them. And like, he's like, I paid so much for V-Shred and it was bullshit. Like, you're literally so much better than him. And I was like, damn, that's kind of cool. But it is like, like I feel like people who came through in the beginning, it's like, man, I wish, like, imagine if my business was this good back then too, right? So
I think the coolest part with that is having the people, the few that stayed and trusted the process, and now we're like, dude, this is so much better. And I kept them at the same price point I started at. Like, they're still on the same one.
I saw a lot
like,
of people at the same price.
Like, dude,
same.
You guys have been here. The one guy I started, he was like my second or third client. He's still with me. I started him with Excel sheets, bro. Like, I didn't, because when they brought me on MBG, I signed my first client within the first 24 hours.
Yeah.
So I had none of this set up. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to build it for you tonight. And I'm like going through Excel sheets. I'm like, what the hell am I doing in this? Like, I didn't know. I didn't have.
I have team jerseys now.
Yeah.
People with 6 months over get it. I'm like, damn, I wish I had this earlier.
Yeah.
But that's any business. I mean, you go through what the cool thing is, I'm sure they will eventually filter back. And that's when it's like, hey, I'll give you the first month for free just to show you what it's like now. It's like, dude, you're going to love this.
Yeah. For real. Like, your product is so good and it can change your lives. Yeah. So after that summer string, though, you decided you needed to move down. And you talked to some people. Yeah.
So chatted with a few people, you guys, you nutheads. And then
you came back.
Yeah.
Again,
I planned a trip in December with John, who was going to move with me. And he flew back early. So I was... John Loretto.
No, Luttrell.
Oh, Luttrell. I don't know how. I'm stuck with names. But yeah, I came down with him. Him and I were going to move in together. But he went back early, so I was here like 2 days by myself, and I was just with you guys the whole time. And this one specifically, he was like, yeah, well, what's the plan? I was like, if after the spring semester.
Don't come to me. If you're looking for an answer that you want to hear, don't come to me, because I'm not going to give you the basic answer.
We're not going to say the soy boy shit, dude. Well, I'm so over that shit. Like,
Tino, this man told me, he's like, he obviously has business. It was going really well. It's going great. He had freedom. He could go and do whatever anytime he wanted. He literally could leave. And he was doing great by himself. And he's like, I want to. He's like, but, John can't move until a little bit. And he's like, so I'm going to have to wait till him. And I'm like, dude, how long's a little bit? He told me the month, and it was like 6 or 7 months later. I looked up, I said, you're going to wait another 6 or 7 months. I'm like, what are you going to do? Dick off in your hometown? I'm like, why don't you just sign a 6-month lease and come here down by yourself? He's like, I'm like, really? I'm like, you wanted that bad? And then I convinced him.
That was the best decision I made, was moving alone. Like, I love both you guys. I couldn't room with someone because it's just, for me, it's my office, it's my home space. Like, I just have a routine. And that's why what you guys said I love too is like, hey, if one of you isn't up, the other one's going to fucking wake you up. Like, you're going to be, but
I think Asher and I have like a very good, like yin and yang, like friendship. Like, we have like a very, like, I don't know. It works. Like, that's kind of...
I've actually gotten a lot of DMs about this, actually, is if me and Ian get in fights. Me and Ian have never gotten in a fight. I don't really understand the whole, like, roommates don't really like each other.
I think we get annoyed with some things.
Me and Ian, I mean, like, let's say I have a dish out. Ian will be like, yo, fucker, clean this. Okay, Ian has something out. Yo, dickhead, clean this. Okay. And that's it. Like,
clean the air fryer. The air fryer gets wrecked.
Yeah, like we're men about it. We don't really fight, but we also have very similar schedules, and we both are, progressing in the same way, like mindset wise and wealth wise. So it's kind of hard to get in an argument about anything.
Yeah,
our maturity levels are like the same.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Oh, for sure. And it's like I think we definitely living together helped each other through like time, like just give different point of views, because I think we have different point of views on not a lot of things, but some things for sure. And I think definitely it caters to each other.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I would love to live by myself in the future, but I honestly don't mind like living with Asher for sure. Because I can totally see how you feel. Like I think coming home to my own place would be like really cool. But honestly, even like coming here with Asher, like I still feel like I'm in my own place. Like Asher and I, we don't walk around butt naked. That's weird. But it's like we don't
kind of
care.
fun. Not with like other dudes.
Just
like by yourself.
But
yeah.
Yeah. So was my conversation with you kind of the deciding factor why you moved, or did you talk to other people too?
Yours was the initial decision. My last decision was texting him right before I actually signed the lease and was like,
I don't remember this.
It was the dropping out one. It was like,
oh,
dude, I only have like a semester and a half left. You're like, dude, I had a semester. I was like, okay, signed it. And then I told you, I was like, dude, I'm signing it right now.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that. Yeah.
And it's so funny because right after that happened, and then you came down here. TJ actually called me, and he was like questioning me and stuff. I'm like, dude, why are you moving down here? He's like, I don't know.
I thought he moved before me.
Did he?
Yeah, I thought he moved right after summer shredding.
I think he moved before.
Was it? Oh,
yeah,
was
he
it
was
TJ
like
first,
October.
and then?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe
Because
it was.
I
convinced a lot of people to move to Houston.
Yeah. No, I never met him.
Dude, yeah. We started a little bit of a wave.
Once we moved down here, like
we
a lot of people
initiated that shit, and then a lot of people were like, "Oh wait, it is possible." Because, well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. James and Sue started the whole movement. I'm just gonna be straight up real.
For sure.
They started because they met on the internet. They moved down together. They started all.
I didn't know that about them though. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
The thing is though, everyone wants to do that, but no one actually believes in themselves to do it.
Yeah.
So when we did it, some nobodies who had 1,000 fucking followers on Instagram, and we did it and actually lived.
Yeah,
we
dude.
didn't work another job, and we said that shit.
Yeah.
We said we don't work any other jobs beside our business. That's I believe what sparked a lot of people to be like, oh, this is definitely they can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I moved down here with 2,200 followers, maybe something like that.
I think
maybe it was no, it wasn't 200. I had no.
You had
2,000.
Yeah, 2 or 3,000.
It's like 2,000, and then I had like 4,000 on TikTok, maybe.
Yeah,
not that many. Maybe like 6K actually. And yeah, we moved down here, and it's kind of crazy. Honestly, looking back, it's like, damn.
We didn't move here shit. Some people are so far ahead, and they still don't believe in themselves.
No, dude, our accounts, dude, some people have so much potential with their accounts, their leverage, their just inspiration, influencers, but they just don't believe in themselves. Dude, I moved down here with a total of 7,000 followers on all platforms.
Yeah.
It's also a lot of work. Like, people want it easy. Like, I noticed they want the easy path.
I just think we were just so sick of life of like being just we had no other. Honestly, I think we just this is exactly what we did. We literally cut off every other route. Like there was no other way in our life. Like we literally had no other route.
Cut ties with everything.
Like we had no other route in life other than to go forward with our business, because if we didn't, it's like, what would we do? Fucking go flip hamburgers at Whataburger? Yeah. Like
there's this quote by Iman, and he says, everyone wants to get rich quick, but no one wants to get rich quicker. And that's like pretty legit, because the thing is, when you get rich quick, you can't really sustain it. But there's always ways to get rich quicker, and that's what getting rich for sure actually means, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. No, it was like, I think we just literally made no other option. Like we didn't have our vision on anything else. Like nothing. No girls, no fucking partying, no nothing. Like we came out here to grow a brand, grow a business, and surround ourselves by like-minded people, and that was it. We didn't care about who had the coolest shoes. We didn't care about what we looked like. We didn't care about the amount of followers you had. We really didn't care about who you were. Like we just cared about us, and we just wanted to meet nice people. We met nice people. It doesn't matter how many followers you have. Doesn't.
What I was gonna say is too, I guarantee you they probably wouldn't guess this, but how many times have you guys actually, since being in Houston, gone out and partied?
Partied?
Yeah, like
Partied
just like partied, like got drunk.
Oh shit!
Like because they think it's like
I
and
think
you've been here for how long?
Because Chris's birthday, we went to Austin. I'll count that. So that's your birthday.
okay, yeah. You've been out a couple more times.
But I had a beer or I was DD.
Yeah.
So I've been out. No, like legit going out to Houston. I've probably been out at night like 5 to 6 times. Like had a beer or I was DD actually.
Yeah.
But like actually got drunk, like going out like 2 or 3 times actually.
That's the difference though. Like think about college till now. You clearly wanted this.
Yeah.
Like
because I moved a little bit over a year ago.
You know how much time you buy back?
Money too, bro.
And
you don't want to be broke? Don't spend. What is
what's
it?
crazy?
I don't even know how much drinks are. I don't go.
I said I spent $60 on, it was like 2 drinks a shot and then parking. And people are like, you got ripped off. No. Go to a fucking city. You're paying $13 to $15 with tip per drink. And then you have to pay for an Uber, or then you have to pay for parking. And then you have to somehow lose $5 because you did some stupid ass bet because somebody thought their big toe was bigger than you. Like, it's just stupid. Drunk people are stupid. And they're like, I don't spend that much. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't drink and party, and I still spent $60 and had literally 2 beers and a shot and parking. $60.
What I've noticed a lot of them do is they bring cash. So they don't feel bad looking at their credit card or debit card the next day. They bring cash. And they're like, oh, I just spent the cash I brought. I'm like, how much cash did you bring? Oh, I don't know.
100, 200.
Yeah.
They buy shots for everybody.
Tough guy.
They're like, so they're sweating. I'll buy the shots, like trying to look cool.
Yeah.
What? Don't be. No, it's not cool. Actually, you're broke. Like, it's actually cool if you don't spend the money and you don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't buy people drinks and other people's shit if I'm not financially secure.
Yeah.
That's it. If I can't.
It's actually pretty cool if you don't do that. You buy back all that time, build up a fucking business, and then you go on a fucking private jet and flip everyone off because you have enough money to do it. That's what's cool in my opinion.
Or like for us, like shit, your birthday, we were able to fucking rent a boat and go out.
That was sick.
And party.
We fucking rented a goddamn yacht damn near. No, it wasn't a yacht.
That wasn't a yacht. But no, we just went out, no care in the world, didn't have to care about money, didn't have to care about the drinks. We went, we're like, yeah, we're going to go get an Airbnb, we're going to get a boat, we're going to go out, we're going to go do this.
Yeah.
And then we went back and we just worked.
Yeah.
Like, not a care in the world.
I think with all of what we said, the one thing that always sticks with me, and again, you guys can have your opinion, but like, we have no, like, if you're broke, okay, that's not what we're going at, but it's more like it's the decisions you make that set yourself up, like where you're at. Because the story I always remember is Gary Vee. He was making $37,000 a year, and he was saving, I think, like 40% of it, investing 40% of it.
Yeah.
You don't need to make that much money to be successful, to make the money. You have to be smart with your money. Yeah. And that's where we're saying losers come into play. Stop throwing your money at unnecessary things. Yeah. I had to add that in there.
No, it's true. It's true. Like when I worked at Chick-fil-A, dude, my bills max was like $800 a month. Yeah. $800 a month for rent, everything.
Wait, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I paid $400 for rent, and I lived in a house. Dude, I was a baller on a budget. I made no money though, but again,
you were paying $800 a month,
probably something like that. Because my car was paid off. I was just chilling.
Dude, if you made,
imagine what I made now.
How much were you making a year? Like 25?
So I was making around like $2,000 a month, a little bit over $2,000 a month.
Really?
You were pocketing
more than that. I could get up to words or like 3,000, but that wasn't including my 401k, and then I got bonuses at the end of the year. I think my
you were low key rich.
I was making like I think at the end of the year I think I got close to like 30 or 40k at Chick-fil-A. Not include that's like taking home 30 or 40 or something like that. I forgot, but it's kind of funny now. It's like I look at the business and I'm like, damn.
Yeah,
Like,
$1,000 here, $1,000 there. Fuck, credit cards maxed out.
No, I just look at what the business made, and I'm like, wow, my salary's already been like gone. Like, it's just crazy, and I'm not trying to brag at all. Like, I'm not at all, but it's just kind of surreal to me because I even sent a picture to Will. It was like the past. I feel bad saying this, but 3 months I made almost my whole salary at Chick-fil-A.
Damn.
And I sent a photo to Will, and I was like almost in tears. I was like, dude, Will, I just want to send this to you. I was like, I just almost made my salary in the past 3 months. I just looked at my average. I was like, I don't like that. Like, is kind of crazy. Like to me, it just was insane. And I'm not trying to brag about how much money I make. Again, I mean, I run a six-figure business, so obviously you guys know I make more than that. But the business makes more. I don't pocket that much. Yeah. I really don't. Shoot, we were talking about how much we spend.
It's all back into it.
My employee makes like 24 a year.
Okay, if we're gonna be real, when it comes to like pocketing, our employees may make more than us.
Yeah.
No,
like
real.
honestly.
Yeah, no, 100%. No, I think people think that if you own a business, you make a lot of money. No, I think the business will pay for your basic necessities, but then all that money goes back in the business. Like, I think the business itself right now, minimum $40K a year to run it. Minimum. It could be more. That's like, I mean, probably more, but $40K.
I think the more you make, the more your business needs to be
pumped with money. Money, this can go into our topic, how we view money, but going into the next topic, how we like view money, like the money is a resource we can use to build the business more. So I look at it as when I start making more money, what system can we make better? What time can we get back to create a better business, a bigger business, hire somebody that's necessary, and just be able to scale at a larger rate. Like the more you make, like Tino said, is the more money or the more the business makes, the more the business spends. Like that's just
money makes money.
Real quick. So the two topics we're about to dive into is one, how we view money now, and the second one is money is just simply a mindset. All right, go ahead, Tino.
But yeah, I was just gonna say money literally makes money. Like if and this was the whole loser mindset we chatted about earlier. If you do, and even if you go the route of investing, whether that's in yourself or for your future, if you're doing say you make $3,000 a month. We'll keep it super simple, nothing crazy. You keep your expenses to $1,500 and you reinvest the other $1,500, or say you do $750 reinvestment, $750 in your savings. What you're doing with that money is going to decide how much you make down the road. What you're bringing in, whether you're scaling in. I know Alex Ramazzi's big on reinvesting in yourself, but I'm a big investment guy. I like doing both. So I'm kind of splitting it 50-50, doing investing in myself and then investing in, properties, stocks, things like that. But I think when it comes to money, anyone can make money. Anyone can make more money is what I meant to say.
I think too, though, I know you're like really big into investments and stuff, but to be honest, if you don't have $50K to put into like stocks or anything, I don't think you should really invest in stocks, because I think you can acquire skills, spend more money in acquiring skills to make a lot of money that will increase your ROI month-to-month basis rather than investing in the S&P 500. That's just
the only reason I disagree slightly is, and I'll call Alex Ramazzi out on this, so when he watches this, he'll see it. But
we're getting Alex on this fucking Potter eventually. Yeah, we are. Yes, we are. I'm manifesting it.
All right.
But I think this was like the first or second month I moved down here, so probably like 6 months ago. One of his videos was, if you invest $1,200 a month into the S&P over the next 30 years, you're gonna have, it was some ridiculous number in the millions, like 1.2 million or something like that. I'm like, $1,200 for the next 30 years. But then if you wait 10 years, it drops down to like 300,000, just because you're slowly throwing, putting that away. And again, it's, $1,200 a month. Can you save that? I mean, most people, Gary Vee did it. And now he's,
dude, I could have.
Yeah.
I was making, bills were like $800 a month, and I was making like a little over $2,000.
But you do also
10% of it was already in my 401k, so I was already saving 10%.
But I know where you're coming from, because you actually do have to know, like, you can't just throw it in the stock market. You actually have to like keep up with the stocks, the companies, because if you just throw it in there, you're not guaranteed 12%. If you pick the right basket, yeah, you're setting yourself up.
Skyrocket or crypto, but it's like that's not a skill that you can monetize at all.
Yeah.
So like for me personally, and I don't have a massive portfolio, I don't think it's realistic for me to take, a couple $100 here and there and throw it in there when it's like where like that money goes back into business because I have a greater increase of ROI. Like I was increased by 20% per month, which is like insane. And then like now, like since it's increasing so much, I'm in the works, like I'm really thinking about bringing on an assistant coach because my inflow is getting higher and higher, and I have a really, really cool idea for that person. And it's like, that's like, to me, that's where I could put the extra percent that's coming into business. Is like, okay, now pay a base salary for somebody else to do something and scale and improve my marketing strategies to have a bigger ROI than if I were to put that money into stocks. Plus, it's a tax write-off.
It's true.
So is your TD Ameritrade account for $6K a year? It's tax free.
Really? Didn't know that.
So if you put $6K in a year and that's going up 10%, anything you pull out of that portfolio down the road is all tax free. So you can make.
Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
Well, that's the whole thing with the Roth IRA.
I have a Roth.
It's the same
and
thing.
It's growing, but it's like, it's just.
So here's I like your point a lot of investing back. You're going to make more. I like the side of having that, again, worst case scenario, say you keep putting all your money back into your business and say your business pauses, you got nothing. You have your stocks that you could pull from, get back going. And again, I'm not saying
fair.
have it. It's just nice to have both.
You can do both.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people think they'll just start investing in stocks and they don't really understand it, and they just lose all their money or anything. Yep. And that's honestly, if I'm gonna be honest, that's one reason why I don't get into stocks. I've tried it and stuff.
That's the reason.
And I made money from it because I did do day trading a little bit, and like I learned how to do everything, and I learned how to swing trade and stuff. But it was like a full-time job.
It is.
And to me, with that, like pulling my time away from my business, it just isn't worth it to me. No. And I don't want to spend the time of me studying stocks and understand if it's a good investment or not. So I'm like, yeah, if I just throw money in there, I'm going to lose it. So I'd rather just put it towards something else that's going to help me grow more money, like make more money. Yeah. So I'm definitely, I think that is like a big factor too, is are you willing to actually make it a full-time job too? And like actually understand it or not?
So let me ask you, and then I want to hear your opinion on this.
That's a prime example of getting rich quicker, though. From your example.
Really?
Yeah. Like getting rich for sure, investing in yourself and improving it over time.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this real quick. If you had someone that almost guaranteed that is focused on stocks and you wanted to give them, say, $1,000 a month and they would give you that return, is that something that would kind of change your mind and be like, okay, I might give, 500, 1,000?
I think so. Okay. Yeah. Cause for me,
it's just the time side of things.
It's the time. And I think so that's like an investment where I pay I'm a person where I want to leverage all my time to the point where I know where I put that money. When I'm buying back that time, I'm getting the maximum output from it. Right. So like, if I were to, because time is so much more valuable to me than money, 100%, hands down. I don't think money outvalues time at all. And the reason being is if I had more time in the day, I'd be able to make so much more money, right? Like, it's like, that's just the fact. So I think that's why I love having an employee, because she does things that I don't want to do. And it's nothing bad. I love the parts that she does.
Don't have the time. I
would just rather spend my time doing other things that market me better, that promote Embrace the Journey better. I can work on giving clients jerseys. I can work on staying in touch with. I can just provide a better service and grow more. So like paying for somebody to, hey, invest for me, tell me what's good, like manage my money, and I know I'm gonna get a big return. That's perfect. I'm buying time or buying somebody's skill and asset, and I can own that, and then they just make more money for me. That's how I go. Like I think in the future I'm just like really not like all my money is just gonna make itself because I'm just buying people. Like I'm dead ass. Like I'm just gonna buy other people's time, and they're just gonna do everything for me, and I'm gonna make money.
No, Ian hit spot on. I literally told Ian the other day, about the air fryer. I'm like, dude, I think I'm just gonna fucking pace one. I don't want to fucking do this. Like, I think I would make more money if I marketed myself and worked on my business compared to me scrubbing out some air fryer for 30 minutes.
So just buy a new one every time.
And you make more money.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just like the
No, if he just wiped it out once, like
after
he just cooks, he cooks his like frozen chicken in there, so it air fries, but all like the juices like fly up in the air and it gets crusted, and he doesn't wipe it out, which is fine. I get it; it's like hot after, but he doesn't wipe it out, so it was like, dude, it was like
it was bad.
He had to buy a metal scrub.
It's still bad. It's still bad. I scrubbed it a lot and didn't finish it because I'm like, fuck this. I was getting sick of it.
It's okay.
But no, I'm a big. I mean, me and Ian had. This is the one thing we have the exact same mindset on, is buying back our time in every single area.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, for sure. I want to make my life easier.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do
And I also want to make other people's lives fun by paying them.
Yeah.
People want to work.
Yep.
Losers don't want to work, which is fine. But I don't want losers on my team.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No, that's true.
And the people I'll tell you one thing. The people that do come on any of our teams, they're going to be pretty fucking successful. That's for sure.
Oh, yeah. They're going to, yeah. No, it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah. I don't know. No losers are allowed.
Yeah.
Money's a mindset.
But, yeah, I forgot what you said, but this really leads into another topic that I want to talk about. We can touch base on it for a little bit. But it was, I forgot what you said.
Was it earlier today? Was it something I said earlier today or just now?
I think so. It was something earlier, and I was like, okay, we can dive into this topic now. But it was, you save your money because you don't believe you can make more.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what we were talking about. But
yeah. Damn, I remember what we were talking about.
Yeah. I think it was about, it may have been when you were talking about you're buying shots for people instead of doing something, and I'm like, I don't know. But what's your take on it? You think people save money because they don't think they can make more? Or you think they just don't know how? Or
no, I think it's a sense of security. They think that's the right thing to do because that's how people get rich. Which I think
dude, you know what's crazy? That's what people believe.
Yeah.
People think that they're going to get rich by saving their money.
$100 to $200 a month.
I think I'd rather have, in the sense of money I saved in assets.
Yeah.
Like, and I think it comes at, when I say it varies based off the person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's what they're doing with their life. Like, if they, like you just said, the shots, they're probably going to use that as their saved money and be like, oh, I saved it so I can go spend it. Like, no, you can't.
Yeah, and it's like when you save it, let's say you put it in your savings account, inflation is still going to outpace
What's
it.
that 0.01% doing?
Yeah, it's like what if you're going to save, I think saving can be great if you're saving for something or you have a plan. Like I'm saving $5,000 to buy this asset like Tino said, or I'm saving $5,000 to actually I don't know.
We all have savings accounts, right?
Yeah, I
don't
have
use it.
So
really?
I actually
You don't put anything in your savings
A
account?
little bit, but not really.
Dude, I'll put like $100 in like.
Dude,
every
I'm not gonna
month,
lie. My
maybe.
savings account, I have like cash. Like,
Oh,
yeah, I know that's a bad, but it's just extra. Like my savings account is extra cash I just acquire like here and there, and because I used to get a lot of like tips and stuff, and that's my savings, and so that's like my emergency. My savings is my emergency money. Like meaning, I went bankrupt and I had to make a bill or I have to pay for something.
yeah.
But besides that, like my goal, I am starting to save because I do want to buy a house next year. Like that is my goal. So I will have like a savings, but I'm thinking of even just putting in the stock market and just just putting into something that's going to grow. Obviously because I do have a 401k. I can even put it in that, and I know I can get a first time homeowner buyer. Like I can pull it out and get it as a loan and not get taxed on it and everything. And I was thinking about doing that as well, but I gotta figure out how. It's something I'm new to. Like I don't know exactly how to go about doing it the best way. So again, talking to people that I know that
I have a savings.
Mine's good with money and stuff.
Mine's a money market, so it's
yielded based off the interest and a couple other factors. But that's all I have. Like, I don't
Yeah.
have a normal PNC. Oh,
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I don't have like a literal savings account.
Yeah.
It's just a checking account I don't use anymore.
yeah.
I'll be honest. It's just
Yeah.
like my emergency funds that I'll put some money. I didn't open a savings account.
No, for real. I don't think right now I'm focused too much on saving rather than investing.
I don't know. I just don't.
I don't think I'm at the
think
point-
that's a good way to live.
I think I want to have a house next year. I know I have to save up around like 20 to 30K to have a pretty decent house. And then I might even save up more by then. I don't know what's going to happen. And so I got to figure out, do I want to put that in some type of, I don't know. Like, I really don't. Like, I need
Well,
to.
there's, the one thing you can do, and I don't want to cover this too long and dive into it, but you build your portfolio big enough depending what you go through, like TD Ameritrade, you can take, once you break the 100K mark, you can take off 80 or 90% loan on your own asset. So your stocks keep making money, and you pull the loan off that. That's how you leverage.
Well, that's
You
what
know
I
who
wanted-
they,
you know,
they,
that's
they
why
were
I wanted
talking
to
about
get
this
an
on Fresh and
IUL.
Fit.
I wanted to get an IUL because you can start putting money into it, and then you can pull a
The
loan.
only thing is it takes like 10, 15 years to make back the money you put in. Like, it's not the rate you're going to get returned on from that money is just a lot slower. After that time, then you're going to profit. But if you're just doing it too, hey,
Well, you pull a loan off it, and it still grows off that number. It doesn't like decrease your value.
correct.
So like, I mean, it still grows, and you have now an asset, and you just reprinted money that you own, and it's still growing off of it like that. So it's like that's like a safe way to do it because
No, that is very safe. IULs are very safe. Very safe.
So I've like thought about that. Obviously, I don't know. There's so many different methods to go about it, and it's like I don't freaking know. Never done it before. So what am I gonna have to do?
You're gonna pay someone to do it for you.
I'm gonna have to
By that
Boom.
time, we should have someone.
Yeah. And this is the exact
With
reason
muscles,
why
you should
you
have
need to be in a mentor or you need to surround yourself by like-minded people because
You're
you're
gonna
gonna
need
have,
connections because you're gonna be like, okay, you know how to do stocks? Okay, here's my money. You know how to keep my books? Here, do this.
yeah.
That's what it is because you
have great
don't want to
ideas,
learn
like,
that shit.
Hey, I don't know what to do. I have all this excess money. I want to do something I don't know how to invest in. I don't want to lose it. Like if you're in these mentorship programs and surrounded by people who are having six-figure businesses, they're gonna have connections with people or the knowledge to show you, hey, follow this route with the stock market or X, Y, and Z. I mean, Tino's freaking amazing at it. So like, that's one thing we're going to be working on. And it's like, that's a connection I never would have had if I didn't take a chance of like doing what I loved or even like connecting with other people. And so I think that's like something that a lot of people need to take risks on is just like invest in yourself and opportunities and doors will open. And it's going to allow you to have access to people who can help you make more money.
Mm-hmm.
Or just make things stress-free. Like, I'm so happy.
Stress free is an understatement.
Yeah.
There's never stress
Dude,
free here.
I'm gonna be honest. You know what I love hearing the most, and this is gonna come off pretty controversial. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm excited to hear
I like
this,
it.
Asher.
But you know what I love hearing is when people are like, I go to college for the connections. That shit is so fucking funny to me. Your connections are with some dad who owns a company that wants to pay you $35,000 a year. That's your connection? That's fucking horrible. That's terrible. Like, and the amount of times I heard that, I'm like, I'm sorry, homie.
It's funny because Greek life was made for connections and business and everything. Now it's just who can get fucking railed the most.
Like, I just don't understand, bro. Connections are not, I know the owner of this company that's going to pay me $40,000. Like, dude, you can apply for that shit on LinkedIn. Like, you don't need that connection if you have the experience, homie. You're not going to meet some multimillionaires that teach you how to get rich from college. I'm sorry. You're not.
They're going to teach you how to be their employee.
Yeah, they're going to teach you how to fucking stay poor, damn it. They want you to be a slave.
It's all
It's the whole point.
It's the government. They want you to follow it.
It's the whole fucking point. That's what people don't
Asher, you're
understand.
ruthless. Night Asher's ruthless.
Oh man, it's just fucking funny. Well, the reason why I say that, I don't go on Snapchat very often, but I saw it today. Some Greek life had some fuck shit, and they're like, "Oh, I have this connection with this guy that meets this girl. His dad owns this." Blah, and I'm like, "You gonna go work for his company? Congrats."
You make 50 or 60K
Yeah.
a year. You can drive
Make 50,
A
60K.
Hyundai Sonata
Yeah.
Premium.
Premium. Impress people you don't care about because you drive a fucking kind of nice car.
You can buy those people the shots on the weekend because you can somewhat afford it.
Yeah.
And you go back and your bank account stays the exact same.
I'm saying this because I want to inspire the people that go to college. They need to hear this. They really do.
Yeah.
And we need, and
But
honestly, I have to say this, Ian. We probably are going to have to go to Rumble eventually because we're going to get censored for this in the future.
I don't think so.
You're gonna get AdSense removed.
If we keep cussing, yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be
No, I don't think they remove it for cussing. Do they?
Depending on your settings and if kids come across it, yes.
no, our settings are no.
Okay, then you should be fine.
I think we can be fine if we're cussing just because other people do it but honestly what it comes down to mainly is the music.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Or you just turn to Steve will do it and get permabanned too.
Shit, man.
Yeah, we're gonna start butt chugging alcohol.
No, that wasn't even what it was from.
No, that's crazy that he got permabanned.
Well, that was obviously some people think it's from his political view and that side of things, but it was truly from the gambling and stake.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to show stake.
Yeah, exactly.
And we all know he's not the brightest person. He made a second account called Steve Will Do It #2 that he played stake on and got them both permabanned.
That's what happened. And a lot of people think that like he's conservative, blah blah. Yeah. No. He basically went completely against state guidelines and got fucked.
No, it's true.
From his second account, he didn't even post.
And
on
he
it.
linked it. Like
Yeah.
he linked it. He should have not linked it. If he
said
didn't link
this
it,
is-
his other account would be fine because it had nothing.
He'll be fine though, dude. He's gonna absolutely take over Happy Dad.
You see his girlfriend? She's popping off on YouTube now more than he did.
Selena?
Yeah. Go check
No
her.
way.
Go check her. She gets more views than he does. Yep.
I didn't even know she had a YouTube.
I saw it on Brad Martin's podcast with him, where he's wearing
Dang.
the Biden shirt. That was great. That was great.
He has an eye. No, he has. I think it says Biden 2024.
Yeah, 24.
Dude, it's so funny.
He goes, "Why are you wearing that shirt?"
Yeah, he was like, "What?" I think he said, "I love Biden" or some shit. Yeah,
Dude, see, he's actually hilarious.
he's so funny, dude. Talking about who's on Brad's podcast, Sneeko was just on it.
Really?
Yeah, and I know Sneeko's like blowing up and stuff right now. But it was interesting to see that Sneeko's like getting on very big podcasts now. It's inspired a lot of young men. But I think it's gonna wrap it up.
Tino, you got anything else you want to say about money as mindset or investments or we're not financial advisors, by the way.
Yeah, we're not financial advisors. This is all what I do and what they do. But yeah, one thing I can say is, like they said, surround yourself with people that you're going to learn from. I think that's, if you surround yourself with people that are more intelligent than you in a certain area, like both of these guys know something more than I do, and I know something more than they do. Use that as, not just like your friendship, but a friendship should have value in it, and that's a real friendship. And we provide value to each other. That's, I think, the most important part of this all.
And I think
That's
one
the
more
big.
thing
I think
is
that's one of the biggest
a
things.
lot of people think they need to go, like it's like an ego, like they need to be better than their friends.
Yeah, that's not the
It's
case
like,
at all.
What?
You're never going to be better than
Like it comes like financially too. It's like I make more than my friend. Like who cares how much you make? Who cares if Tino had a better month than me or I had a better month than Tino? Like it.
Yeah.
It
To be
doesn't-
honest with you guys, Ian's smoking my ass this month.
Ian's smoking everyone right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's kind of funny because it's like it gets reversed
and
all the time.
it's been
though.
reversed though. When Ian had a bad month, I was smoking him, but it's not like
I
I
was
was
just like I made another sale. I'm like, I lost another client.
Yeah, and now it's completely reversed. Ian's like, I just did this, and I'm like, well, I got fucked this morning, so.
But I think it brings a lot of like competition. You need to be
Yeah.
healthy, and then it's like you lean on to other people. Like, what are you doing differently? What can I
Exactly.
improve on? And I'm like, dude, Asher, like I think maybe try this, or I just give them insight too. I see like maybe something's not working, and then I'm like, hey, try this. Obviously, I think you know what's best for your business, but perspective from different views. It doesn't matter how much you make. Again, it matters about just winning.
You're not perfect.
Yeah.
You can't cover all the aspects of life alone.
Yeah,
You just
'cause
can't.
I'm not like all financial. I'm gonna go to Tino. I know nothing. I know nothing about that. Like I don't know where to really put my money. All I've learned is I can put it back in my business, investing in myself. Right. anywhere else of those outside of those investments, no idea. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to ask other people questions and be humble. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So with that being said, episode 13.
Yeah. Hope
Thank
y'all
you,
enjoyed
Tino.
episode 13. Like always, share this to someone who needs to hear it. Me and Ian are firm believers in telling you guys what you need to hear compared to what you want to hear, because that's what the world tells you. They tell you what they want to hear. Me and Ian tell you what you need to hear. So share this with someone who needs to hear it, and we will see y'all next Sunday.
Yes, yeah, next Sunday. If you guys want Tino back on in the future, send a Short King comment down below. We could talk.
Short King dub.
Yeah.
Dub, yeah. All right. See y'all next Sunday.
Peace.